In yesterday's problem, ask Amma. Anybody? If you have no doubts, I will proceed to the next problem. No doubts? Okay then. Let us solve one more problem on block diagram reduction. Next problem, Amma. So if you see here, we have to determine the overall transfer function for this system. Okay, this is a system. Okay, so R of S is the input and C of S is the output for this system. And if you see initially what we must do is, as soon as a system is given to us, block diagram is given to us, we must search for cascade blocks. So if you observe here, there are no cascade blocks. Of course, it seems G4 and G3 are in cascade, but there is a branch point here. So if I'm able to move this branch point this side, so it is moving ahead of G4. So a block, okay, whose magnitude is either equal to G4 or 1 by G4 will be added in this parallel element or this feedback element. Okay, depends. Okay, depends on the rules. So if you remember the rules, you will be knowing what is the magnitude of the or the gain of the block that is to be introduced in cascade to H2. Okay, so that I can do. Otherwise, what I can do is I can move this branch point before G4. Okay, I can do that. Okay, so if I move this branch point before G4, nothing is going to change. Why? Because there is a summing point here. Okay, to the summing point, one forward path gain G3 is there, and if feedback path gain H1 is there, if this branch point is this side. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Actually, what I have done is I have moved this branch point this side. Okay, so I hope you people have, meanwhile, while I was talking, why? Because you people can note down this block diagram. Okay, don't think that madam will forward the slides at anyhow madam will forward the slides. So what is the need to copy it down? Okay, if you put pen or if you write, then only you will remember, then only you will understand, then only you will get doubts. Okay, so if you want to learn the subject, you must write it down. Okay, you must, as I am teaching, you must write it down. If you are unable to complete, if I change the slide, you inform me. Okay, all of you. Let me check the attendance. Are so 50 members are there. 51 members are. 51 means minus 2. 49 members are there. Okay. So I hope you have drawn this. Meanwhile, I was talking something. Okay. So let us see the solution. In step 1, moving the branch point before the block. I have moved this branch point before this block. Don't draw this diagram. Draw the second diagram. So I have moved this branch point before this block. Okay. So you can see an element here. Okay, in this feedback element here H1. So in series to this H1, okay, what happens? The some magnitude related to G4, it can be 1 by G4 or G4. Since it is moving behind, it will be G4. If it is moved ahead, for example, I was telling you here, if it is the branch point is moved ahead, if this branch point moves this side, okay, if this branch point moves if this branch point moves this side, then a block will be introduced here whose magnitude will be equal to 1 by G4. Okay, so if you remember the rules, then you can quickly write it down. Okay, so but I have not done this. I didn't move this branch point ahead of G4, so this will not come. I have done something else, which you can see there. You can see here on the slide. I will hide this, Okay, so what I have done is I have moved behind G4. So a block whose gain value is equivalent to G4 is added here. Okay, so now G4 is left over, it doesn't matter. At last, after simplification, some single block will be there here, which will be in cascade with G4. So simply that block value into G4 will give us the overall transfer function value. Okay, so forget about G4 now, you have shifted here. You can do either way. Okay, either you can move the branch point ahead of G4, or you can move G4 this branch point before G4. It's your wish. Okay, okay, it is not necessary everybody should do or you everybody should solve the problem in the same. Okay, solve the problem in same pattern. It is not required. Okay, so now I have moved this branch point before G4, so a block is G4 is introduced here. So now by looking at this diagram, first thought comes to our mind is that H1 and G4 are in cascade. Okay, and one more thing we can do, Amma. So this is one feedback element, this is one feedback element, this is also one feedback element. Okay, so all these feedback elements are having almost some common branch point here. So let us split these branch points. Okay, so into 3 branch points. 3 feedback elements are there, 1, 2, and 3. So let us split these branch points and combine the cascade elements. Let us see what I have done. Huh? So combining the blocks in cascade, rearranging the branch points. Okay, very good. So what I spoke, I have done the same thing here. Okay, so see G4 and H1 are in cascade. So combine, multiply the gain values of G1 and G4 and H1. Okay, and just split these branch points. All are meeting at same point. So just split these branch points. Now it is very easy and simple. Now what you can do? Okay. Tadi something. So, okay, he didn't mention his roll number. Whoever wants me to admit him, he must enter along with Kavya. Okay, Kavya should enter along with her roll number, not like that. Okay. Kavya is not entering. So 2 members have entered without their roll number. Okay. You should enter while entering Amma Kavya and E4 roll number. E4, okay. Kavya, you must enter your roll number, not your name. Huh? Remember that. Okay. So this is these are the 3 different points. Okay. Branch points have been split. Okay. Now you see here. This is the smallest loop. Is there any cascade element now? No cascade element, forget about it. Is there any parallel paths? No parallel paths, forget about it. See here, forward path gain and a feedback path gain are there. This is the smallest loop. So what I have to do is eliminate the feedback path. Okay, eliminate the feedback path. Which feedback path? Negative feedback path. So I will get G3 by 1 plus G3, G4, H1. Okay. Step number 3, eliminating the feedback path. I hope you have drawn this diagram. I hope you have drawn this diagram. You can message me if you have drawn it. I have 2 screens, so I can even view what you are typing in the chat. Okay. So next step number 3, I'm going to step number 3. Okay, eliminating the feedback. Don't draw this first diagram. It is for your understanding purpose. I have kept here additional block diagram. Okay, so eliminating the feedback. G3 by 1 plus G3 G4 H1. Okay, so I'm habituated to write in order, but here order is not there. It doesn't matter. Okay, everything is same. Okay, now okay, now step number 3 is what? Eliminating the feedback path. So when you eliminate the feedback path, this is the transfer function value or the gain value of this block. Now, next what will be step number 4? Step number 4 will be combining the cascade blocks. These 2 blocks are in cascade. You can combine them along with what you can see is this is forward path gain and there is a feedback. One element is leaving the sum point, another element is entering the sum point. Okay, this is the feedback. H2 is the feedback for this forward path gain. Okay. So you can combine these two cascade elements. Okay. And you can eliminate the feedback path. You can do two operations. Let me see what I have done in step number 4. Okay. So combining the cascade blocks and eliminating the feedback path. Okay. Okay, I hope you have drawn this. Okay, one thing, Amma, you while drawing, you need not write down all the existing values. So G1, G4, G2, H2, and no need to write weight because in the problem itself we have already written. Any new term is there, any new transfer function here in this. This is the new transfer. You write only this value. For others, you just write some. You just draw boxes and leave because when enough time is not there, we must act naturally. Okay. So you must act smart. Okay, smartness means which the terms which you already know, no need to draw. The terms which you don't know, you write down only those terms. Okay, leave the leftover and draw smartly in short form. Okay, which is easy to understand. Okay, so I need not tell all these things. You must know. Okay, so I'm going to step number 4. Step number 4, combining the cascade blocks and eliminating the feedback path. Let me see what I have done. Combine the cascade, okay, what I told you, same thing I have done. Combining the cascade blocks, okay, I have multiplied G2, G3 by 1 plus G4, H1, G3 I will get, okay, and eliminating the feedback path. What will be my feedback path? G2, G3 plus 1, G4, G3, H1 divided by, okay, this whole term is this value is this, divided by negative feedback means 1 plus the magnitude of this, whatever magnitude is there, G2, G3 by 1 plus G4, H1, G3 into H2 value. Okay, this is my transfer function. Okay, this is my transfer function. I hope you are understanding. Okay, and further simplify it. Okay, further simplify this equation, you will get somewhat like this. No need to draw this diagram. Huh? Okay, you can directly draw this. Okay, after simplification, you will get this equation. Okay, so substitute that equation in this block. Okay, so while drawing this diagram, simply draw summing point, arrow marks, G1, just block, write down this block and the equation inside the block. Okay, now if you see this transfer function, okay, it is in series with this transfer function. So these two are in cascade. So combine these two. Simply multiply the gain values. And if you see, there is a negative feedback path here. Okay. So what you can do is you can eliminate the feedback path. Okay. So in step number 5, I have simply only combined it. Okay. You can perform both the operations at a time in step number 5 itself. I have not done here. It doesn't matter. Or wish you can perform 1 or 2 steps, 1 or 2 operation in the same step, or each operation in each step you can perform. It's your wish. Okay. The way you like, you do it. Only the thing is, at last the result should be same. The transfer function should be the correct transfer function. Okay. So here in this case, in step number 5, what you can do is you can combine these two blocks. So combining the cascade block. No need to draw this diagram, Amma. Next step. So simply multiply G1. You will get this. Okay. Next, as I have already told you, eliminating the feedback path. So eliminate the feedback path here. Okay. So this value by 1 plus this value into G4. That's all. Okay. Eliminating the feedback path. Draw this quickly. Okay. Draw this quickly. One thing is, if you are able to understand the concept, that is more than enough. Okay. So draw in a smart way so that time is saved. Okay. Okay. Now, eliminating the feedback path, next step. So, as I have already this value by negative feedback, so 1 plus this value into G4. So, you will get somewhat like this value, this whole equation by 1 plus this whole equation into G4. So, just further simplify it, you will get like this. So, this is our new block diagram. Okay. So, this whole magnitude will be in cascade with G4. So, next step number 7 will be combining the cascade blocks. Okay, this whole will be in cascade with G4. So step number 7 will be combining the cascade blocks. Simply G4 will be multiplied here. So G1, G2, G3, G4 by this whole thing, denominator. So what is my C of S by R of S? Is G2, G3, G4 by 1 plus G3, G4, H1, G2, G3, H2, G1, G2, G3, G4. Okay. So that will be my transfer function. Anybody, if you have any doubts, you can see. Okay, overall transfer function is this. If you have any doubts in this problem, just ask me. You can unmute yourself. You can ask me any step which you are unable to follow. If you have no doubts, I will proceed. Somebody is about to talk. Tell them.
Ma'am, actually, at the first step, split it, no, ma'am. We can split in any way, ma'am.
Did I split anything here in step 1?
We did not, ma'am. In the next slide, I guess, ma'am.
Branch points.
Yes, ma'am.
Branch points. Actually, what is the main path? Main path is from RS to CS is the main path, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So RS to CS is the main path. So all the branch points, we must make sure that all the branch points are on the main path. Okay, if you observe here, this G4 feedback element, its branch point is somewhere here. It is not at the main path. But of course, the signal is continuing here. Okay, that's why instead of this branch point can be split here, no element is there here. Okay, so no problem. Directly I can connect it to the main path. So from G4, of course, it is connected to the main branch point. Okay, is this your doubt or anything else you want me to ask?
Ma'am, G4H1 you connected for this and you split it in different way, ma'am. If we split in another way also, we get the same answer or not, I am asking, ma'am.
You will get the same transfer function. Okay. So, okay, one thing, Amma, so whoever is the examiner, whoever is evaluating the paper, okay, he will see what is in what procedure the person has solved. Okay. Okay. So when even though terms are different, terms may vary slightly. Terms may vary. Why? Because if you see, terms, I mean, these are only terms, isn't it? They are not the actual values. Isn't it? These are not the actual values. We are solving in using some terms G, H, H1, H2, something. Okay. So the when you substitute the whatever may be the equation that you get, of course, equation may vary. Transfer function equation may vary. 1 minute. Where was I? This is not the problem. This is the problem. Okay. Transfer function equation may vary, Amma. Why? If I shift this branch point ahead of G4, definitely I will get, here I will get what? 1 by G4. Okay. So when I multiply, I will get H2 by G4. Okay. You solve it in both ways and you check. Okay. Even if what I'm telling is, even if the transfer function terms are varying, okay, these terms, so you may get here H2 is here. Okay, even if these terms are varying for the way, if I vary the method of solving this problem, okay, so if I solve it in some other way, which I have already told you that I can shift this branch point ahead of G4. So if I shift like that, even if the terms are varying, when I substitute the values, the result will be same. That is important. Okay, did you understand? Okay, you will get the same result while substituting the values. These are only terms. Okay, terms are not of much importance. The procedure that you follow is important. Okay, terms may vary, but the result will be same when you substitute the values, actual values. So we are studying theoretically. Okay, so both the procedures are correct. Okay, that's what you are asking.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything? Okay, anything else, Amma?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No. Okay, I will go to the next problem then. Okay, so next in the next problem, Amma, I'm going to give two inputs. I have two inputs here, R1 and R2, and one output is there. So I have to reduce this block diagram to determine the transfer function. Okay, so what we know till now is that for given input, given out, desired output will be there. Output by input will give us the transfer function. Okay, output by input will give us the transfer function. But here two inputs are there. So for simplification, for analysis purpose, we will assume one input to be 0. Okay, one input to be 0, and assuming just an assumption for analysis purpose. Okay, we will assume this R2 as 0, and we will assume only R1 and C of S are existing. So for that we will solve the block diagram to determine the overall transfer function. One more assumption is we will assume R1 is 0 for R2 input and C of S output, we will determine the overall transfer function. Okay, so whenever two inputs are given and one output is there, we have to assume one of the input as 0. Okay, so when I assume input as 0, the summing point will be eliminated. Okay, let us see case 1. Okay, in case 1, consider the input R1 of S. Okay, R1 of S. So that input R2S is made 0. Let the output be C of S. Since there is no input R2 of S, that summing point can be removed and the resulting block diagram is as shown. See, you will get this. Okay, I have removed this completely, Amma. I have removed this completely. It is not existing now. It is not there. I am assuming only R1 is there and my output is C of S. Okay, so it is not there. So in my next slide, you can see it is not there. Here R1 of S is not there. Now this is my block diagram. I have to simplify this to determine the overall transfer function. Okay, now by looking at this block diagram again, what you can see is no cascade elements. Okay, no cascade elements are there, so forget about it. Any parallel path? No, forget about it. So what I can see is this is a smaller loop. Of course, this is also a smaller loop, but there is a summing point here as well as here within this loop. And if I see this loop, in this loop, forward path gain is there, reverse feedback path gain is there, but there is a branch point inside this loop. So if I am able to move this branch point this side, okay, so I will get a smaller loop. Okay, feedback loop. I can eliminate that loop. Okay, I have done the same thing as well as what I have done. You can see here in step number 1, I have even splitted the branch points. Okay, I have even splitted the branch points. I will discard it. Okay, so I have even splitted the branch points. So I have moved this branch point ahead of G4. Okay, ahead of G4 means a block will be introduced here whose magnitude will be equal to some, what is it? 1 by G4. Oh, G3, sorry, G3. Oh, ahead of G3, Amma. So 1 by G3 will be added and I have split all the branch points. This is one feedback, this is one feedback, this is one feedback. So I must get 3 branch points here. So 3 branch points. Okay. So see. So since I have moved branch point from here, from here to here, okay, so a block has been added here whose magnitude is equal to 1 by G3. So only 6 rules are there for block diagram reduction. If you remember those rules, you can play with this block diagram reduction. Okay, so you can solve very easily. So I have moved branch point from here to here. So the feedback element that is connected to this branch point is some H3. So in series to that 1 by G3 is connected now. Okay. So what is my next step, Amma? What is my next step? Step number 2. In step number 2, what I have to do is I have to combine the cascade blocks and I can eliminate. You can see here there is a small feedback loop. Okay, so there is a small feedback loop. I can eliminate this feedback loop. Okay, so here if you see, 1 minute. Here if you see, after elimination of this feedback loop, I will get one block. Okay, after elimination of this feedback, I will get one block whose magnitude will be equal to what, Amma? G3. This is negative feedback, isn't it? Negative feedback. It can be positive feedback. Okay. Here we have negative feedback. So it will magnitude of this block will be what? G3. Okay. Divided by 1 plus G3 into H2. Okay. Into H2. So this block will be in cascade with G2. Okay, this block will be in cascade with G2. You can combine those two blocks also. At a time, I have performed 3 operations in step number 2. Okay, so I'm combining the cascade blocks. I'm combining these 2 cascade blocks. I am eliminating the feedback path. After elimination, again I am combining the cascade block. Cascade block means G2 is in cascade with this G3 by 1 plus G3H2. Okay, so at a time I am performing 3 operations. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, I hope you understand. See here. So what do I get? What do I get? G2, G3 by 1 plus G3H2. G3 into, see, H3 into 1 by G3. Okay, so H3 by G3 you will get, where is it? H3 by G3. Here I have got G3 by 1 plus G3H2 into G2. G2, G3 by 1 plus G3H2. G2, G3 by 1 plus G3H2 you will get. Okay, I hope you have understood. Okay, no need to draw this diagram, Mama. In step number 2, you can draw directly this diagram. Okay, so I think it is clearer to you. Okay, I hope you have drawn this. If you are drawing, if you are lagging behind, you can inform me so that I will wait. Your wish, you can inform me so that I will wait, Amma. Okay, you need not worry about changing the slides quickly. Okay, so you can, if you can see here, next step what we can do is we can eliminate this feedback path, isn't it? There is a positive path gain and this is a feedback path gain. Okay, so negative feedback. Okay, so this value by negative feedback, this is negative feedback. Okay, so the signal which comes away from the from the summing point is the forward path gain. The signal which is coming away from the summing point. Okay, so in that signal, whatever gain value is there or transfer function is there, that is the forward path gain. The signal which is directed towards the summing point, that is our feedback path gain. Okay, so gain in that signal. Okay, not that signal, but gain in that signal. So you will get this magnitude by 1 plus this magnitude into this magnitude. Okay, so eliminating the feedback path in our next step, step number 3, eliminating the feedback path. I'm checking the attendance in between. Okay, so eliminating the feedback path, Amma, if you eliminate, you will get this. Okay, so if you get this, you have to simplify it further. If you simplify, you will get this equation. Substitute this equation in this above, you will get this equation. Okay. So now if you see here, G1 and this R both are in cascade. Okay. So cascade G1 into G2, G3 by this denominator. Okay. So these two are to be combined in the next step. In the next step, you have to combine these two because those two are in cascade. After that, you can see you will get a single block here. And after that, you can see this H1 is the feedback element, negative feedback element here. So you have to eliminate the feedback path. Let me see what I have done in the next slide. Okay. So eliminate, combining the cascade blocks I have done. Okay. It's okay. Simply, I'm moving slowly, it seems. Okay. So simply combining the cascade blocks. Step number 4, I have combined the cascade blocks. Next step number 5 will be eliminating the feedback path. Okay. Step number 5. I hope you people are writing quickly. If you are not writing, then it is not good for you. I'm telling you, it is not good for you. Okay. Okay. So eliminating the feedback path, I will get this equation, this whole magnitude by 1 plus this whole magnitude into H1. So I further simplify it. I'll get this equation like this. So R1 of S, C of S, I will get this. So what is my transfer function? What is my transfer function? C of S by R1 of S is equal to, here I have written, transfer function C of S by R1 of S is equal to this equation. Okay. This is my transfer function. If you have doubts, you can ask anybody. Anybody, if you want to ask anything, you can ask. Okay, no doubts. I am proceeding. Okay, it was case 1. Okay, it was case 1. Now this is case 2, Amma. 1 minute. So case 2, what you have to do is, you have to consider second input R2 and you have to assume R1 of S is 0. Okay, assume R1 of S is 0. Okay, assuming R1 of S is 0, R2 as the second input. Okay, so R2 is existing. So when I assume R1 of S is 0, its summing point will also become, where is my actual problem? This is my actual diagram, isn't it? So I am assuming this R1 of S is 0. So this summing point is also 0. A summing point is not there now. Okay. So I remove this. When I remove this, what happens? I am removing this whole element. This is my actual problem given to me. I am removing this whole element. What happens is, as I remove R1 of S, as I remove this is not there. What happens? G1 becomes in cascade with H1, isn't it? Okay, G1 will come in cascade with H1. So let us see what happened. What is our new block diagram? Let us see our new block diagram. Case 2, idena? Okay, this is my new block diagram, Mama. Okay, so R1 of S has become 0. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to tell you. Go to the actual block diagram. This is my actual block diagram. If you see here, H1 is a negative feedback element, isn't it? H1 is a negative feedback element. Okay, so when I removed R2 of S, okay, when I removed R2 of S, there was no feedback element connected to R2 of S. There was no feedback element connected to R2 of S. Okay, the signals which are given or which are coming out were positive. All the signals were positive. But here, if you observe, this H1 is a negative feedback element. So even though R1 of S is removed, this minus will be attached to H1. What will happen? This minus will not go anywhere. Negative feedback element is removed. Negative feedback element is not removed. The summing point is removed. Okay, this summing point is removed. But since this is a negative feedback path, this minus will be attached to H1. So if you see, here, my modified diagram, so if you observe here, this is minus H1. This is not simply H1. Till now we didn't solve this sort of problems. Okay, with the negative side we didn't see till now. So this is my minus H1 because it was a negative feedback towards the summing point. Okay, this is minus H1. This minus H1 and G1 are connected in series now. Means they are in cascade. So in step number one, if I want to eliminate the feedback path, no feedback path. If I want to combine the cascade blocks, the magnitude of the gain value of the combination block will be minus G1 H1. Step number 1. Let us go to step number 1. Okay, step number 1, Amma. So what I have done is, what is it? Okay. So if you see here, these two are connected in cascade. So in step number 1, I am combining the cascade blocks. Okay, as well as I am doing one more operation here, which I have not explained. It doesn't matter. So one more operation, what I am doing is, okay, in one step you can perform more than one operation, your wish. Okay, otherwise you can perform only one operation. Number of steps may vary from one student to another student. Okay, it depends. If you want less number of steps, then you will perform more operations in each step. So here in this step number 1, I have performed 3 operations. I will tell you what. One operation is I have combined these two blocks. I will get minus G1 H1. I have split the branch points here. Okay. So simply I have rearranged. We won't call it split actually. So I have rearranged. From H2 I have gone to the main branch. And from this minus G1 H1 I have gone to the main branch. I have split these two branch points here. Okay. And one more thing for simplification, what I have done is I have they shifted the summing point. Okay, I have shifted. What I have done is this summing points can be shifted. Okay, ahead of the block or after the block. So I have shifted this summing point ahead of G2. So when I shift this branch summing point ahead of G2, 1 by G2 will come in its negative path. So I am moving it ahead of G2. I am moving this summing point ahead of G2. So what is the feedback element that is connected to this summing point? That is H2. So in series to H2, 1 by G2 is introduced. Okay. So one rule that is there in block diagram reduction is that all the summing points should be moved towards the left and all the branch points should be moved towards the right. So that rule we are following here actually. Okay. So let us see. Whatever comes to our mind, we must do. Okay. So let us shift it because in a loop, one summing point and one branch point are more than sufficient to eliminate that loop. Okay. So see here, I have shifted it. I have got some gain. Even though I have shifted this summing point here behind G2, it is not satisfactory. It is not satisfactory. Okay. So if you see here, 1 minute. If you see here, this may look like a smaller loop, but in this loop, this is the forward path gain G2 and feedback path gain is H3. There was an additional summing point in between which I have shifted here. which I have shifted behind G2. Even after shifting behind G2, it is still there within this loop. It is still there within this loop. What is the use? What I can do is, I can interchange the summing points. I can interchange the summing points. You can do it. And while interchanging the summing points, nothing will change. Okay. Next step number 2, what I can do is, I can interchange the summing points. Okay. So that what happens is, when I interchange the summing points, what happens is, this summing point will be here, this summing point will be here. Okay. So what happens is, this, I will get a smaller loop. You can see this diagram. Where is it? This. See, I have interchanged. In step number 2, I have interchanged the summing points. I have sent the summing point here. This summing point has gone here. Okay. So earlier, this minus G1 H1 was connected to plus minus this summing point. Now it is connected to this summing point. It is not going to change. Why? Because earlier it was plus symbol. Now also it is plus symbol only. Sign is not changing. So it is not going to cause any difference. Okay. Now if you see, I have got a smaller loop here. It is a negative feedback. It is a negative feedback path available. Smaller negative feedback path is available to me. So I can eliminate this feedback element. Okay. I can eliminate the feedback path. So next step number 3 is eliminating the feedback path. Okay, forward path is G2, feedback path is H3. So step number 3. Step number 3, I have eliminated the feedback path. So if you eliminate the feedback path, I have done one more operation. I will tell you later on. So, okay, if I eliminate this feedback path, what do I get? G2 by my negative feedback. Okay, so 1 plus G2 by G2 H3. 1 plus G2 by 1 plus G2 into H3. So G2 by 1 plus G2 into H3 I will get here. Okay, here I will get that. Okay, now if we observe at this summing point, one signal is moving away, which is towards the main summing point. Okay, at this summing point, 2 elements are there which are moving towards this summing point. Okay, when 2 elements are directed towards the summing point, those 2 elements are said to be in parallel. Okay, those 2 elements are said to be in parallel. So parallel elements are to be added. Yes or no? Parallel elements are to be added. Okay, so if you want, I will show it in this diagram. If you see here, if you see only this region, if you see, in this region, if you see, these 2 are directed towards the summing point. Okay, so this element, this gain value and these gain values, both are directed towards the summing point. When 2 gain values are directed towards the gain point, that means those 2 are connected in parallel. So their magnitudes must be added together. But there is no plus sign here. There is a plus sign here, but there is no plus sign here. So what you can do is, instead of addition, you will perform subtraction here. These parallel elements are to be subtracted. Means this is already a negative sign. So minus G1 H1 minus this is minus H2 by G2. Okay. So let us see what I have written in the next step. Step number 3. So step number 3 you can see here. Okay. So minus G1 H1 minus H2 by G2. Okay. So these two elements. Sorry. What is the time? I didn't see the time. Let me check the time. So already 9:50. Okay. So I will solve this and I will take the attendance. Okay. These 2 elements. I'm sorry, not these 2. These 2 elements are connected in parallel. Okay. That's why you will get this magnitude. Okay. You will get this magnitude. I hope you have understood now. This is messy whenever I draw like this. Okay. So now these 2, now this is what you will get. I hope you have understood. These 2 elements, this and this, these 2 are connected in series. So simply multiply their magnitudes. Okay. Simply multiply their magnitudes. Okay. In step number 4, combining the cascade blocks. Multiply these 2 You simplify it, you will get this equation, and this is your modified now. Okay, this is my equation. R2 of S is the input. Okay, so this is the input, this is the output. From summing point, this is this is the signal which is going away. Okay, this is the block. This is the gain value of that signal G3. So this is the forward path gain. So what is returning back to the summing point? That is this value. Okay, so in the see this diagram, you can rearrange, you can draw like this. So it is a positive feedback path. So eliminating the positive feedback path. Positive means G3 by 1 minus this whole G3 into this whole magnitude. I have written this whole magnitude into G3. You further simplify it, you will get this transfer function. Okay, C of S by R2 of S is this. Okay, that's what I have written in the next slide. Okay, transfer function of the system with input R1. Okay, transfer function of the system with input R2. Okay, already it is 9:50, so I have increased my speed. Okay, if you have any doubts, ask anybody. I will take the attendance. Anybody, if you have doubts, ask me. No doubts? I'm taking the snapshot. Okay, you people don't have any